Touchdown. Touchdown.
Hi guys, thanks again for joining us on another episode of Music and Marriage. My name is Nikita, I'm your host, and this is my co-host.
I'm Black Red Square, and we're there one more time. You don't know, another brand new episode of the Music and Marriage podcast. Give thanks for joining us. Let's talk.
Hopefully, wherever you are in the world, the podcast is reaching you in good health and in good spirits.
Yeah, man, I don't know the thing go. And as usual, before we kickstart our vibration, our reasoning, we have to big up our sponsors. Simply Rose Craft, if you need your indoor decor, if you need your door signs, door wreaths, anything interior or exterior to some degree, please make sure you check out Simply Rose Craft. She's available on Instagram, or she has her website, www.simplyrosecraft.com.
And while you're at it, make sure you go over to Nikki Glitz Cosmetics for all of your loose glitters and your palettes. Make sure you shop Nikki Glitz Cosmetics and use your 10% and use the code MMP22 to get your 10% discount off.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah.
As you guys should hear by now, I'm a little bit under the weather, or almost above the weather, you can say, because it's passing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's back to school time, and once the kids are in school, sickness and cold and all of these things start flowing through the household.
Exactly.
So,
and
unlucky
not
me,
COVID,
it's my... Nah,
right?
it ain't COVID. No, it ain't the big C.
It's normal to actually, catch a cold.
It's like a regular cold.
It's not normal. So, you have people out there right now, as they catch a little simple cold, a COVID.
You got an hospital.
Yeah,
Oh my God, you have COVID.
No. It's normal for your kids to go to school and get sick and bring it home, and parents get sick. It's normal. People.
Yeah, so usually whenever they're in school, it's always, it's like a rotation. Mm-hmm. So it's just my turn now, I guess.
Yeah.
But however, I'm still here. So thank you guys for joining us once again. We hopefully that everyone is doing well wherever you are.
Yes, most definitely. Let me say, right? We really appreciate all the support for the 100th episode.
Oh, yes.
It was a really nice vibes. Give thanks to all of the comments on Instagram, all of the people that commented on the YouTube.
Text messages.
Also, the rebrand RSR Network. Give thanks to all of the people who, link we and tell us that them like the vibes, them like the new look. We really appreciate it. Seeing? So, episode 101, we're going to kick it off like this, right?
I thought you was coming with a big-ass announcement. The way how you stopped me, like, hold on, wait.
No announcement today. Maybe next week.
Oh, okay.
So, parents, children, family. We discuss all things, right? And today I want to speak about our children, right? As a youth growing up, my parents, my mother, my uncle, my uncles, my aunts, none of my adult figures, parental figures in my life never really interfered when it came to me choosing a girlfriend or having multiple girlfriends or anything.
That's what I was just about to say. They know who to choose from. It's so many of them, you know what I mean?
So, it basically, it came to mind, right? Should parents really be interfering? And we use the word interfering strongly. Should parents really be interfering with their children's love life? Is love life the right term?
Yeah,
should parents be interfering with children's love life?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
For me, no. But for me as a parent, yes.
That is the reason why I'm asking the question. Because, when we are kids, right? We want to do one thing, and if your mother try to tell you, say, yo, don't talk to that boy there,
Yeah,
don't talk to that girl there, you don't care
Make
about
you
that.
even more interested.
Yeah.
Because you're like, what's the mystery why she don't want me with him? Like,
Yeah,
you
you know.
want to know.
So, know that we are parents, right? It kind of, the roles are kind of reversed now. And it is, it definitely would be interesting to hear your in-depth analysis as to why no as a parent, as opposed to
A child.
when you were.
Growing up as a child.
Yeah.
Okay, for me as a parent, I would say yes because, our kids are sheltered. They don't really see much danger. They don't really see things that we see. You get what I'm saying? So they don't think that, like there's evil out there, like people are manipulative, like they don't have that mindset. So for me, I feel like I need to be that person to help them to make that decision.
Yeah, but your mother was or your father was trying to be that person to help you to make that decision.
Yeah, but I
at the
never
time.
get to my parties as a child. All I know.
Okay.
All I know.
Okay.
So for me, as a mother, like I feel like I want to be there to help them to make those decisions because I can see further than they can when it comes to certain things. And I could spot a fake before they can. You get what I'm saying? So I would feel like I want to help them in that way. But for me as a child growing up now, my parents, them grew me rough. You get what I'm saying?
In terms of what? In terms of what? Like,
in terms of just life, in terms of just lessons that they taught me, in terms of just as my father teaching me as a young girl how to hold my own.
All right. Do you think that you are doing the same thing with your children now? Showing them how to hold their own, so to speak, and growing them rough?
No, because we're in a different time and we're in a different environment. Growing up when I was being raised, even in Dunkirk when I was down there, so like...
Please not talk about Dunkirk. We're not talking about that age.
All right.
Because
even in the Bronx.
What year did you leave Dunkirk?
All right. Let's not. All right. Even in the Bronx.
Thank
since
you.
want me.
Thank you. We don't want to hear none about no primary school age thing. Me I talk about...
All right, when I was in the Bronx.
I'm talking about like Michaela's age now.
So I was in the Bronx then.
Yes.
All right, because the Bronx is a rough and tough place. You got to know how to handle yourself, and you got to know how to carry yourself as a young girl. You get what I'm saying? Like, I was never the hardest, but you can't catch me slipping. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna stand up for mine, 10 toes down every time. So that's what I'm saying. Like, my daughter, she's never been in a fight. I can't even count how many fights I've been in my life. It's so many. Even shit that didn't have nothing to do with me. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I was raised differently. She didn't have to go through, for me in high school, I had to go through metal detectors every day. Feeling like a criminal every day. You see what I'm saying? So a certain mindset is already instilled in you. Like, all right, you're going to have to get it how you live. And you're going to have to hustle either way you put it or whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? That just hustling mentality. That hardcore.
And how does that equate now to monitoring your child's dating habits or the
because
boys
if somebody tried her, mommy's
going
gonna be here ready and waiting. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be there to defend and do whatever it is I have to do as a parent.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to get to, right, is the fact that, okay, you're saying you have been raised differently due to
in a different
the environment.
Our kids have never lived in you can say a garrison or a ghetto in their entire life.
Okay.
Like, they've always lived in a middle class.
What that not means that them need sheltering?
Yes.
When it are shadowing when it comes to dating?
Yes, it does, because for me, I don't know if you can judge a character too well. I feel like I'm giving you those tools. I feel like I'm giving them these tools, but I don't think that they're equipped enough already to make that decision. I don't feel so.
I feel like
even for Michaela right now, I wouldn't be comfortable with saying, okay, she has a boyfriend and you know what I'm saying? I know she's 15 this summer and we started dating when I was 15, but I don't feel like she's...
Why you gonna rob her of
I'm not robbing her. I'm protecting her.
Experience.
I'm not robbing her. I'm protecting her because I know that there are people out here that don't mean you well all the time. And she doesn't understand that.
But you yourself cannot protect
I know I cannot protect her
from whatever you feel like you're gonna protect her from all the time.
I understand that I cannot do it all the time, but as many chances as I get, I damn sure will do that. That's just it.
What is the difference between protecting Michaeli from a boy as opposed to protecting Tafari from girls? Because
it ain't no different because females is just as vicious as...
No. Hold up. Hold up. Because when you talk to Tafari about girls, or King about girls, right? It's not the same, you know. It's not the same. You always say Tafari gonna have his girlfriends and Tafari
and I tell him they're gonna be respectful. And he's
not
gonna have
same.
one. So what is the difference? Hold on. What is the difference?
When you're dealing with Michaeli, it's more like I want to know who you're speaking to. I want this. Like, I want that. I want, and then with Tafari, it's like Tafari's gonna bring home his girlfriends.
Tafari certain way, Michaeli.
Like, what is it? Is it because she's a woman? Why you have to deal with her differently? I mean, as opposed to being a little boy or whatever the case may be.
Yes and no. Because at the end of the day, like, I have to let her understand not every single thing that comes knocking or every man that approaches you is supposed to get your attention. And
yeah, but that should be the basic still. But not about in terms of like, what do you mean not necessarily?
It's not for many women. Things like that, they will come up in a conversation between many mothers and daughters. So, what are you talking about?
Well, in my opinion, that should be the basic conversation.
Should be, but it isn't. But what were you saying?
But in terms of like, you know, we as parents, me personally, I wouldn't say I'm an overprotective parent when it comes to dating, right?
You're not.
And the reason why is because me know you very overprotective. So it kind of the like...
reason why, because I know the amount of carelessness and used to go on the people them girl
picnic. What I'm saying is...
Talk.
What I'm saying is, me know some used to go out with carelessness.
Okay.
So why I wouldn't be protective of my daughter now? That is what I'm saying. So understand what I'm saying.
No, because someone say, alright, I does the carelessness and them up with the shit,
no,
so
what
it is
I'm
what it
saying
is.
I know the type of person you are. So you're going to be overprotective.
I'm
so
not overprotective.
It's not that urge that a man should feel then to protect his daughter from boys.
Protection is never enough.
I don't feel that urge in a sense.
And I'm telling you, protection is never enough, because they might see me and be like, okay, well, it's just mommy, and you know what I'm saying.
And the reason why I don't feel that is because, one, I know that you are very overprotective, and two, I feel like experience teaches wisdom.
Not in every,
big up yourself.
Big up yourself, Parental, but not in every situation. Some situations, as females, we feel like we can handle it, and then when we get there, it's like, oh shit, this is what we getting into.
Yeah, but I would trust Michaeli enough then to come to us and say, Daddy, Mommy, you know, I've been going through this, or this is happening. Can I get your opinion on you know what I mean? We should give her that freedom to express herself when situations like that.
I never really had that freedom, so that is something that I do want to have and give her. And I feel like I've given her that leisure to say she can come in. So? Yeah.
Giving her that freedom to date and
I mean, she's introduced me to a boyfriend before. She's had a boyfriend before the pandemic started. When she first entered high school, I think it was like 7th grade or going to 8th grade. I only met homie for like 2 seconds, and I was just like, hi. He was like, I thought you were her sister. I was like, nah, homie, I'm her mom's. What's good? And he was like, hi, nice to meet you. And I was like, yeah, all right, Mackenzie, let's go. We ready to go. Like, it wasn't no grilling or nothing. I didn't get to. Okay. And then at the same time, I don't feel like I would even do that to another person's son, because at the end of the day, I have 2 sons myself. Now, I'm not going to grill you. I'm going to ask you certain questions, but I'm not going to make you feel like.
Initial.
Now leave that to the father.
Yeah, but forget that.
Now leave that to you. You can do that. But for me, I'm trying to come off as more of a friend, you can say.
You're not a friend. You're a parent.
Yeah, I'm not a friend, but in his opinion, I want to be comfortable so he could be like, okay, you know, I can feel comfortable around the mom.
You might make him feel like, because it's friendly, he can do whatever he wants.
Because he gonna understand the limits and the boundaries. Just because I said friendly, that don't mean I'm not gonna put the rules down and it's not gonna be known. I'm gonna be, I'm very vocal about what it is that I feel.
And is it the same way? Would it be the same way if it was with Tafari?
Yes. Because these girls out here, they nasty. They some little trifling little hoes out here. And you see how handsome my sons is? Like, these little girls. I'm sorry. You know, there's levels to this shit. There's hoes, there's wives, there's girlfriends. Like, everybody play them role. Y'all know who y'all is. It is what it is. But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of little girls, loose ass little girls, especially some of these little girls that are getting some of these teaching from their mama. The ones that's asked out on Instagram every 2 pictures. Like, yeah, man, for gonna make sure that my son strap it up twice. I'm gonna make sure he knows all of that. Both of them, yeah. The same rule applies for all 3 of them. Ain't no different. Because at the end of the day, you don't know who is who. And you can't say, okay, because she looks like a nice person or he looks like a nice person, he's going to be good to my child.
Most definitely.
Remember, you weren't shit to me in the beginning. But
that is true.
But now you're good.
But that is what I'm saying. So
like,
because you peep certain game and you might say, he's not good enough.
And she don't understand that, so I have to be there to be her eyes and her ears.
I'm gonna discard him because, but
no,
it might
I'm not
turn out to be.
But I never said that
a good girl to his.
But I never said that I would not want that person to be around. They would just understand. I peep your game and I see the shit that you're doing. So if my child ain't seeing it, I'm seeing it as the mother, and I'm gonna call you out on it, whether you like it or not.
But you're not telling us that she should leave him, or
no, I would never tell none of my kids them to say, okay, you have to leave this person, because at the end of the day, everybody has to.
Okay, so it's more about overseeing and guidance.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
More
like,
than stepping in.
That's why when you're saying protective and I'm all of this, like, I'm not that. I just want to make sure that they have the knowledge to know what it is that they're getting themselves into, especially with people nowadays, because especially with social media, you see things and you see people on social media, and when you get to meet them, it's a totally different person. Their attitude is nasty. Like, everything that they do is just nasty. They treat people horrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. And I don't want my children to be with anyone that's mean or not kind to other people. Like, that's a quality that I want all of my children's spouses to have. For them to be able to be empathetic and be kind to people. It doesn't matter who you are, how much money you have, or where you work. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be that parent that's going to be like, no, you got to leave him because he cheated on you. No, you going to go through shit. You got to figure that out yourself. But my thing is, we not going to put him on you, because they know it's a different ball game. That them things they know me step in for. But outside of that, I'm not going to be like intrusive and tell them, oh, you can't speak to this person, or because he looks like this, or this person's not of our religion, or this, you know what I'm saying? Like, things like that. I'm never going to do anything like that, because I know growing up, my parents or my whole entire family wasn't with us being together. And I never really had any, much support. I had probably 1 or 2 cousins that, supported our relationship. But overall, I never really had much support within our relationship. I couldn't go to a lot of people in my family and be like, okay, well, this is going on, or I need help or advice with this, and get real sound advice. It's always going to be biased, where it's going to end out to leave him alone, cause him a garbage, I'm the one time this time that time. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be that. I never want to be that for my children. I want to be reason, the voice of reason for them. The
voice of reason.
You're so stupid. I can't stand you. But yeah, I don't feel like parents should put their opinion, because a lot of parents try to live vicariously through their children because they missed out, or they felt like they didn't live their best life because they had children at a young age, and whatever struggles or whatever obstacles they had to endure during their life, they feel like, I have to do this through you, and you must live this way and do this because I wanted it this way. Like, no, my nigga, like, you live your life. Whatever decisions you made, that's the decisions you made. So you just have to live with it and keep it pushing. And just know that you're there for your children and guide them and give them the best advice that, will help them within the situations that they're in. And if it's any type of violent situation, I will always say, tell them to pack up and keep it pushing. So, yeah.
Yeah. Overseer.
No, man, I like the overseer thing. That sounds like some slave master shit. I don't like that overseer.
She's a man.
Oh, here you go again. Oh my goodness. Before we go, I just want to encourage you guys to go over to our YouTube channel and subscribe, RSR Network. This damn Aaron keep coming out. We thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure you guys go and stream us on all streaming platforms, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever podcasts are available. And make sure if you are in Jamaica, well, this is going to air after, but every Tuesday we're on Best FM. You can also check us out streaming bestfm.com online, and you can listen to the live channel. Or on the YouTube channel. You can listen to live streaming.
Also on the radio at the dial is 100.5.
Yes,
on your dial. So make sure you check in with us on Best FM on the reset with Kemisha.
Yes. So we thank you guys so much for joining us once again on another episode of Music and Marriage. My name is Nikita. I'm your host, and this is my co-host.
I'm Black Red Square. Give thanks again for joining us. Salute. Peace.
Well, good people. Hopefully, I'll be better next episode.
Yeah.
Hopefully, be your turn. I'm tired of this shit.
Never. Paparilla.
Tafari was like, Mommy, that paparilla ginger tea was good. I could have stopped it on the thing. It took all of it though? It took all of it? The sickness needs to go. I don't have time for this shit, man.